Hi, I'm Bridget Burke. I'm Director of Silver Special Collections in the University of Vermont Libraries, and we're here today to look at some founding documents related to the history of the University of Vermont. What I'm looking at here is actually the first recorded meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Corporation of the University of Vermont, and this occurred in November of 1791. One of their first orders of business was to actually record the act that established the university. So now we know that the University of Vermont was established by a legislative act. And we know that those acts and laws were printed. So what we're looking at now is a copy of the acts and laws passed by the legislature of the state of Vermont, their session in October 1791. And we know from this that that legislative session actually addressed a lot of different issues, everything from the quality of shoe leather to how to collect debts and pay taxes. And it was really only on the last day of that session, November 3rd, that the act to establish the University of Vermont was passed by the legislature. So the act that founded the university makes reference to grants of land and donations by private individuals to make the university possible, to make it real as a place. We're looking at what was called a subscription list. Essentially, a group of people would pledge their support for an endeavor, like the founding of a university. And the subscription list actually predates the act by several years. It's from 1789. And you'll see probably 24 people, many names that you might be familiar to from street names in Burlington, like Willard and Spear, Chittenden, Allen, of course. People pledged not necessarily in cash, because there wasn't a lot of cash around in 1791 in the frontier of Vermont. They pledged in materials, they pledged in land, they pledged in labor. I think what's interesting is that Ira Allen is the second to subscribe and lists £4,000 as his subscription. And of course, we circle back to the Board of Trustees. We know that Ira Allen was, in fact, on that very first board. To learn more about your university's history, visit us here in the Billings Library, where Special Collections is located, or send us an email at uvmsc@uvm.edu.